Hi, it's Rita from Roots coming to you with another delicious recipe made from lots of good ingredients. Today we have the Spinach Calzone we're going to be doing. So it's a pizza dough that you fill and wrap around a filling. So you bake it and then cut it, and it is like so a stuffed. So the bread is on the outside and the filling is on the inside, and that's called a calzone. So we're gonna do a spinach one. So I'm gonna show you. This is raw spinach. Okay, this is 1 pound of raw spinach. As you can see, it's pretty big, right? It's a lot. So we're gonna cook this down and see how much it makes. What we need for the recipe is 1 1/2 cup of cooked and drained really well. Kind of like we will make sure there's no liquid left. And so we'll see, we need 1 1/2 cups of that, and we'll see if we can get that out of a pound. All right, so the first thing I'll do, this is already washed, so I'm not gonna need to wash it. I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna put it in this big pan I have with a tight fitting lid. So I'm just going to put this in here. I'm gonna guesstimate how much I'm gonna get in here. I'm not gonna get it all. I'd say this is about half. Okay. Put in a little bit more. All right, how's that? All right, I'm gonna put it in on the stove. I'm gonna put about a 1/2 cup of water in here. Okay, I'm gonna put it right in there. 1/2 cup of water. I'm gonna put the top on, all right, and all right, tightly on. I'm gonna turn it on to medium-high heat, and then it's going to get nice and steamy. And once it does that, we will come back and you will see it, okay? Hi. This is the dough that we're going to be making our calzone from. And let me show you how to handle it. It comes in a bag already made, and it's so easy. You can just keep it in the refrigerator till you're ready to use it, and then get it out of the refrigerator a couple hours before you're ready. It's better if it's room temperature, because I'm going to show you how to shape it, okay? Really what we're just going to do is make sure if it's too sticky, put a little bit of flour on it, just like I'm doing. I have a piece of parchment paper, which is like paper that you can cook in the oven with. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pull and prod my dough, as you can see. You don't have to throw it up in the air if you're not comfortable doing that. I am not comfortable, but I do love to do this. All right, I wanna make sure not to tear the dough, so be really gentle with it. But it starts to get a little bit elasticy, all right, which means it'll pull back on itself like a band. So we have to kind of nudge it to make it about 10 inches in diameter, all right? And then I'm gonna get my ruler because I'm not thinking this is 10 inches yet. I have my daughter's little ruler here, isn't that cute? It's only 6 inches long, so I can tell I don't have 10 here. Okay, so I want it to be the circumference, or diameter of this circle, I want to be 10 inches. All right, and I'm gonna try to make a circle. It looks like it wants to be more like a, a square. All right, I am cooking the spinach right next to me, so I'm gonna show you that. All right, you see how this is becoming more like 10 inches, so that's good. Let's go over here. I wanna show you what this looks like, which is the spinach. All right, I'm gonna drain it. So I poured the spinach in this colander strainer, And now, as you can see, the hot water is going. We'll see more of that in a little while. Hi, it's Rita from Roots again, and I'm back with all of our ingredients. Let's just go over all the ingredients, which is we have 2 of these. Okay, you're gonna make 1, but there's, I had enough dough to make 2. About 10-inch circles, or we have a rectangle over here, kind of a square here. So it all works. And then we have the ingredients for our filling, which the first thing is spinach. This is what happened to the spinach, all right? What I did is we cooked it, and I put it in here and drained it. You saw it. And then I took it and I really just squeezed it in my hands, and then all the moisture came out. You really want it very dry because you don't want the pastry to get soggy. So if you're not using fresh like we did here today, you can use frozen and then do the same thing. You just run cold water over it. There's no need to cook it. It's already cooked. And once it is not frozen, then you can do this with your hands and just kind of squeeze the water out manually, okay? So we are going to measure this. Okay, this is a 2-cup measure, so we're going to look and see what we got. I'm gonna say that's 1.5 cups, all right? That's about 3/4 of a pound of fresh. Okay, now with all the water gone, it's gonna be a lot less. So that is going in here, okay? And then the next ingredient we're gonna put in is the ricotta. Ricotta is made from milk, okay? So it looks like soft cheese. All right, we're gonna need 1 cup, so I'm gonna measure it out in here. And it's not unlike sour cream, if you've ever had sour cream before. That is my dog, which means my dog's name is Penny, and she really doesn't like the postal delivery person, so she barks every time the postal person comes. So I feel bad for that person. The next thing we're gonna need is 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. This is grated Parmesan. I actually grated it. All right, let's see. That is a mess, I'm sorry. Okay, 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. That's going in there. And then we're gonna put in some salt, which is in my little ramekin here. And it says 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, salt's going right in there. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it up really well. Okay. Now at this point, you could put in anything you wanted. If you liked it spicy, you could put in some red chili peppers, flakes. If you wanted it to add some onions, you could cut them up, saute them, and put them in. You could do garlic powder. And you could, definitely, I would put some white pepper in here. Excuse me, black pepper, ground black pepper in here. So I will definitely do that. I'm gonna grind it because I have a pepper grinder right here. All right. So any other kind of ingredients you want to add, you can. Okay. You want it to just look the same throughout, to have no big green patches or white patches, all right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna split this in half, and we're gonna put half on one and half on the other. I've split it in half, all right? And I'm gonna put 1/2 on here. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Use the back of the spoon. I'm just gonna kind of spread it over half All right, I'm gonna leave a little inch right around all the edges. All right, and that's where we're going to seal the crust. I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay. And so it's a little sticky, but it sure went over really nicely. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. Probably the easiest way I found is to use a fork. So I think I'm gonna recommend that. And then you just take this. This will help tamp it down so it's not so thick, but it also is gonna help seal it so that the cheese and spinach mixture doesn't fall out on you. You don't want that to happen. Okay. Now it's all sealed, okay? And I'm gonna put it on a sheet pan. Okay, so this is a pan like this, a cookie pan that you can put in the oven. All right, I'm just gonna move this right onto the sheet pan like that. Hi. The oven is at 425, and what I did is I sprinkled a little bit of mozzarella on top of each one. I'm gonna put it in the middle, a little bit lower. Put them in. Okay, and they're going to take about 18 to 22 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna switch them. The one that's on the bottom is going on the top and vice versa. Okay, so you will see them when they're done. Here is the calzone out of the oven. And this one's on a board because I'm gonna cut it. I want you to see that. And this is the other one, still on the pan. They've cooled down considerably. I recommend you wait for about 5-10 minutes before they come out of, or at least 10 minutes after they come out of the oven. So let's cut this open. I like the way the cheese kind of gave a nice texture to that. So we got a lot of dough in here, a lot of good pizza dough, but there's also some yummy, you see that here, can you? Okay. So I am gonna serve this with some tomato sauce, or canned or bottled, or make your own, however you like it. I think it goes really nicely. And if you wanna do a salad, that's great, but enjoy. Thanks for coming by. And please post your pictures or your comments that you might have on our YouTube channel page. We appreciate it. Thank you, bye-bye.